Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and recently I finished reading A Casual Vacancy, which, to be honest with you, I did enjoy. It was rather exceptionally written, but it's a very revealing look into relationships, their, their tawdriness, the complications that comes with said relationships, just how cruel human beings can be to each other, um, how tragic human life can be. And I'm reading this, and I love J.K. Rowling, don't get me wrong, but I really found the book to be quite depressing, and I don't think I could probably pick it up and read it again. Although I can say that it was really brilliantly written. And as for her first attempt at writing an adult novel, I think that she did a splendid job. There were a lot of things I liked about her writing, though she does tend to be a little bit blunt. That she is, I would say, she writes more like a man would, in considering Eros, and I wouldn't exactly call this an erotic novel, though there are some things in it that are erotic in nature. It's more of a revealing, pedantic, um, anthropological book, because it gives you insight as to how we humans can betray each other and how we hurt each other, and there's a lot of truth to that. And it's really sad. It truly is tragic. And if you are a fan of J.K. Rowling, I would definitely recommend it, but don't read it if you've had a bad day, because you'll just feel worse. It's just depressing. It's sordidly so, and melancholy. But I did like A Casual Vacancy, and I give her kudos on writing such a book as this, and I enjoyed all the characters, and I was hoping for a happy ending, and I really didn't get one. It was just kind of left up to the reader, but it was still kind of sad, I felt. But other than that, it was a good book, and I got quite a bit from it, and that's pretty much all I have to say about Casual Vacancy. The other book that I read was the third book in the Divergent series, which I was really excited about. But it's really short. It's actually much shorter than I would have liked it to have been. It was Four's point of view, or you better know him as Tobias. I am a big fan of the Triss and Tobias relationship. I highly support that. In fact, I think it's the most logical relationship. It just works on so many different levels in so many different ways. The book itself is really quite revealing about the different categories, amity and candor and erudite. I forget what the other one's called. But Abnegation. Yeah, Abnegation was what she was. I had to think about it for a moment. I thought, yeah, it's a multi-syllabic word, and I had to rack the back of my brain just to think of Abnegation. But it speaks of the training he went through and the program, and I just think that the Divergent series is another version of Hunger Games, but it's actually a lot better than Hunger Games, and I would love to see it done as a film, because it could be done, and it would be fantastic, I think, but probably not in this lifetime. We can only dream. But as far as the Divergent series is, I definitely think it's 5 stars, 2 thumbs way up, even though it's woefully, woefully, woefully short. Only 74 pages. I have it on my Nook, and I finished it in a night. I mean, I couldn't put it down. It has little excerpts from Divergent and Insurgent, which are both really good. I hope, I would really love to see her write another book, because I would like to see how she ends it and makes everything come to a head, and maybe even have a happy ending like the Hunger Games did, which was very unusual, I thought. Yeah, I usually you don't really see apocalyptic stories. Well, one of my favorite apocalyptic stories is I Am Legend, and it has a happy ending in and of itself, even though it's very unusual, and it's sort of messianic in the way that the main character goes about that. And you know what I'm speaking of if you've seen the film, but it's done in that sort of fashion, and she hasn't really, Veronica Roth really hasn't done that, and I don't know if she'll be writing a third part of her series or not, but she's done a absolutely spectacular job with Insurgent and Divergent. And again, in this tell-all by number 4, it's fascinating, really, and it's actually another look into the human psyche. And if you like anthropology so much as I do, then to look into what makes the human brain tick and what makes us function as a species, it's very interesting. I definitely recommend it, because it's just exciting, and his insight is just so unique in his sense of humor. You could sense his sense of humor. He's kind of snide in the way that he talks about the program, and for very good reason. And he's got this rebel factor about him that makes him likable, and I always have liked the rebel characters. I mean, they're good deep down, but they defy convention. I mean, who needs convention? You don't need to conform to some sort of mold just to fit into something. Who needs it? Be unique, stand out, be heard. But yeah, viva la revolution. But anyway, sorry I had to say that, but there's a little bit of revolutionary in me. Maybe I'm a libertine and don't know it, but the story is just about the program itself, and Triss and her flexibility. I think that she is a very malleable character, adaptable. I would say that she has the ability to evolve to her situations, whatever they may be. That's just what makes her all the more intriguing. But if you haven't read this book, then I would definitely recommend it. Because if you enjoyed the series, and pick up this little one, it's very short, and it's extremely likable, and a quick read, and you'll get through it in a matter of hours. It's something you could just easily digest, and if you want to go back and see what the reasons behind the program were, and to see how he fared, it's just fascinating, really. So I would recommend it for those reasons.